Hytale
as Hytale.
Called a Hytale.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm Dr. Zombrain. Today is the day. As of when this video launches, Hytale is officially in the players' hands after 8 years almost. I can't believe we're finally here. That's just crazy. So, I'm just a small little guy, and you guys just saw some big names in the content creation space, especially for Minecraft. And that is kind of where a lot of the people that are going to be watching this video and playing this game are coming from. But from what I've been seeing over the last few days, is the hype has drastically elevated. There's a lot of people that are in a lot of different spaces on the timeline of what Hytale is. And today we're going to be kind of going over what started Hytale and what the goal of Hytale is, and just some of the fundamentals. And I think without further ado, I think the best way to start that is by explaining what Minecraft is. Minecraft once started it much simpler. This is not Cave Game, but this is such a simpler version of the game that everyone has known to come and love. It is so old that I can't even change my perspective. There is very limited here. Actually, I don't... Oh, nope, you can change your perspective. Woohoo! There's only so much. In fact, there's not even a chat. I'm pressing all the buttons and I can't pull up chat. And this is what... There's only so little that it can do. But what the glorious part about what this game is the fact that it grew. We got update after update after update, adding so much content, from new structures to new mechanics, and generally was just such a fun time that really let creativity flow. Throughout the years, this game grew bigger and bigger with redstone, commands, mods, and one of the biggest parts was multiplayer. From things like SMPs like Hermitcraft to some of the biggest servers in Minecraft history. Starting with Mineplex, which we don't really have time to cover here, but eventually going to Hypixel. Still one of the biggest Minecraft servers to this day, and honestly, just becoming its own thing. Hypixel has done so much with the base of Minecraft itself. This is Minecraft. This is one of my favorite versions of Minecraft. It is Hypixel Skyblock. They have done so much with this game. You have this entire shrine, you have all these things to try to kill. And maybe I'll kill something. If I don't die. You got like full... I died. I actually died there. That's insane. This is just a unique version. They have abilities. I have this that teleports. They have an entire economy. This is more than just Minecraft. This truly is its own experience. With economies, to story, to so many skills to upgrade. But in the end, it is extremely limited. They had a goal. They had a passion. They had a vision that was very much limited by their framework. And this is part of what drove to the birth of Hytale. So I don't know what's going on. I can't figure it out. But oh rip. Oh nice, we got an insta-kill. Hypixel is realistically its own thing. But inside of that, it has so many other parts to it. Like, as you can see, I'm currently playing some Call of Duty Zombies. It's a little awkward due to version restrictions, because that's one of the biggest things. There's just so many things that are wanted to happen that just doesn't work. One of the biggest things was in the combat update. We just generally couldn't, but the combat really changed for game modes. Even this, as you can see, they got to put weakness on to make it slow. What are they doing over here? I haven't even played half these this game in so long. It is crazy. And it's still enjoyable, but as you can tell, there's just limits. There's only so much they can do. They needed to make it like this to make sure it worked on newer versions with the combat change. Ooh, hey, I can buy a shotgun. I don't have enough gold. Oh, I only have 310. And I think this is the type of thing that they wanted to do. They wanted people to be able to make their own thing, but it was so limited in what they could do. From both making it just kind of feel samey to also just the general restrictions. The guy behind this all is Simon. Simon is Hypixel's Notch. Notch was great, and he did a lot of good things. However, he didn't intend for Minecraft to be as big as it is. And so because of that, the code is all ones and zeros in spaghetti form. Ooh. What the hell? And so now, it's just really hard to update it. So there's a lot of problems. I want to go get that shotgun. And so now, not just... A great example of this is gonna be your Optifine and Sodium. It is so poorly optimized. Like, yes, I am running it now, and that's great, and I can't wait to start playing Minecraft more. But it is so poorly optimized that until I had a 5070, I wasn't able to play it. I had a 1050 Ti, I had a graphics card, and it was not running this game, period. And so, Hytale is a creation of that. It is now a new platform that they can truly be free and have fun. Ooh, insta-kill. And have fun, and not just for themselves, but for the people, and let the people have the option to have that type of fun and freedom and creativity. And I think that's where we are going to go get into the story and timeline of Hytale before we get into what Hytale actually has done and will do. And for this next part, I thought it'd be a good time to bring out my whiteboard. I like my whiteboard, deal with it. And we're going to go through the timeline of Hytale from beginning till today. It starts, like I said, back in Minecraft. We already talked about that, but I'm just making sure we know where things are going. Then we got Hypixel. Hypixel was created, doing great things, and as you saw in the previous section of this video, they did a lot of big things, from trying to not necessarily copy, but letting you play these games in a different way, to making their own RPGs and fully custom assets. Again, I wasn't able to show you all that, but if you guys can look into Hypixel Skyblock and just what Hypixel is, it's truly insane. But then we go down to December 13th, 2018. When out of nowhere, a trailer dropped for what people called the Minecraft Killer, Minecraft 2.0, Minecraft ripoff, lots of different things. The Hytale trailer officially dropped. And it had so much. I'm going to leave a link. That's going to be one of the first things in the description is the Hytale trailer itself. Go give it a watch. That's not the version we're going to be getting today, but that is what people thought, and that was the goal. We're going to dive deeper into what that is and what will be coming today and in the near future. But it was ambitious to say the least. We talked about and looked at what Minecraft was at the beginning. That version I was playing was 1.0, and that was very bare bones, but it was out. It was in the player's hands for a while at that point. And then throughout the years, we got our updates, we got our colors, we got our bosses, we got our biomes, and it was expanding over time with community support. What happened was we had all this dev time until it was fully sold to Riot Games, and Simon at Hypixel lost the rights. Hypixel Studios, I think, was still making it. I'm not too sure. This isn't that deep of an video essay, but what happened was it was sold for time and money and just a lot of things, and one of the biggest things I have down here is the engine. Hytale was going to be a PC-only thing, but obviously there's a big market to other platforms. So just as we have Bedrock, they wanted to start from scratch, from ground zero, and make a new engine for Hytale that would be able to release it on mobile and console. And unfortunately, that really hurt the development time. We went back to not only ground zero, square one, we lost all the progress, but now we also have to take time to learn how to make this. A lot of these people don't know what they're doing, and they're learning a new programming language to be able to work with it. Now, that's fine. That wasn't a problem. Riot had some of these development goal checks. Hey, every month you need to make a certain amount of progress, and we're going to check in. Hey, we made a new lighting system, and hey, we got this finished. Hey, we have some new entity creations, and so on and so forth. Progress, slowly but surely, but check-ins, because they are spending money to develop this game that is making zero revenue back. Guys, I've seen so much hate, but you can't fault them. Yes, they were going to cancel it because they didn't meet the deadlines. They didn't meet the contracts. They were spending their own money for nothing. It sucks, but when you're a big studio and you're putting your time in and you have these rules and these deadlines, that's the way it works. So eventually, on June 23rd, 2025, Hytale was canceled. It did not meet the goals. It did not meet the deadlines, and it was officially ended. And from that day on, we kept our eyes like hawks on Simon's Twitter page, waiting to see what would happen next, because he said he was not going to let this happen. And eventually, we're going to jump up through November 15th, 2018. Quite a few months later, but it was worth the wait, because he officially bought back Hytale, the IP, and the developers. And it is in his hands to do what he wants. But there is some problems here. There is so many extra things that they wanted to do, and they kept adding on to make it available for everything, but that version wasn't nearly as far as what they originally had. So when he bought it back, yes, he has version 2, but version 2 is only 10% there. It's not playable. It is still in a storyboard setting. Whereas version 1 is 80% there. It's not polished, it's not in that post-processing version, but it is playable. It is openable. And so the version we're going to be getting today is that version, but they did have a little bit of extra dev time from November 17th up to today, January 13th, to polish out the game a little bit, change some things around, and kind of revert the game a bit back to some earlier versions. If you guys watched my last video, when they were talking about the lore, a lot of things have gone back and forth. They want to keep these newer versions, but the version that they have, the models that they have, are of a 4-year-old model. Which is unfortunate, but what he wanted to do was give us the game to get player support and community support for ideas, for financing, for our manpower itself. Things like Optifine. We already have so many mods that are on the table for you to use to make the game perform better, to have progression systems run better, to be able to be more free and customizable in your aesthetic from builds to your player itself. Actually, here's a tweet. Simon has officially announced that just from pre-orders alone, so nobody still has had their hands on this properly, not the public, he has been able to support the game for 2 more years, plus he is personally financing this game for 10. So that means just from community support, it is 2 years of development. So if we can see just where the game was and how much they're able to make in 2.5 months, imagine what a full year they can do from what we have now, a year from now. The version and the polish that Hytale will be. Their goal is still to release it on console and everything like that, but for now, he just wants to get it in our hands. And that's where we are today. Now, for this next part of the video, we're going to talk about what Hytale is, its goals, its message, and kind of what to expect today and in the near future. But this is where we are in the timeline, and that future is blank. But that's because it's a very open canvas for your creativity and a very bright future. Okay, so for this next part, I'm gonna be playing through my One Terraria world just to get to kind of show off what Hytale is going to be and the freedom that it's going to give. One of the biggest things with Hytale is the mods. Now, there's a lot in this section that I want to cover. I just can't really get over it all. Not to mention, there's a lot of stuff that I don't know because I'm kind of taking a step back, making sure I don't spoil myself. Like, I want to explore a lot on day one. If you guys are obviously watching this now, I might not have seen a lot of day one stuff, or I will be streaming it right now, depending on when you guys are watching this. But as you guys, if you guys know Terraria as well, this probably looks a little different. There is a lot going on. I have 60 plus mods downloaded, and these are all the bosses. This is insane, and this is the freedom that Hytale will give. And ow. One of the bonuses of Hytale is the freedom and the open source in a way that the game is. Minecraft Bedrock has some of these abilities, but honestly, it is so bad how it works. Like, it's awful. And so Hytale day one is going to feel a little bit more like this. It is going to be bro, what the hell? See, like, this is the chaos that I'm expecting Hytale to be day one without the mods. But when we get those mods, oh, I'm so excited. And so one of the biggest things I also want to talk about is the economy with Hytale. So we do have our support for mods, which what you guys are going to see is kind of what I'm expecting. Lots of enemy mods, like, you know, content like that. But also mods that will... There's already mods that I've seen that'll add structures, that'll add furniture, you know, those types of classic Minecraft mods. And I'm truly excited just to see everything that will be added. But another thing that I want to talk about is the economy. Not just for the game itself and, you know, hoping it does well and making money to support. There's two types of economy. There's going to be player economy. What the hell? There's going to be player economy, and creator economy. This is awful. Why did I do this to myself? So the player economy is more so the fact that modders, and Hytale themselves will not take money from modders for the first 2 years. Here's Simon's tweet about that. That's one of the first things that he claimed. And that's just insane to me. But obviously, no problem with that. I think that is phenomenal. So what that means is I can make these mods that add all this extra stuff, and I can get paid for it. And for the first 2 years, Hytale will not take a commission of it. They will not take royalty fees or whatever. It is completely my money and all of my money. It's insane to me. It's very much for the people type of thing. Oh, decisive blow. I don't know what that means. But another big one is, again, something that Fortnite has done that I really appreciate is the, creator economy. And with the creator economy, we have already seen it before the game's even launched. Creator codes. There is creator codes, and those creator codes are something that I can buy in-game currency or whoever that is when I purchase the game or pre-order it, or whatever I might do, or eventually, you know, just like how there is VIP. Is this? Oh, this is a different one. Just how there is VIP for servers, there might be something like that for Hytale as well. I can put a creator code in, like Captain Sparkles, DanTDM, all those types of people, and I can get I can give them a portion of my money. So if it's $5 and they get 20%, they'll get 50 cents or something. That's not the right numbers, but the concept's there. And there's a lot of other really good beneficial things that are going to be coming from that type of thing. So you have economy that is going to be able to pay both people like me, content creators, and people can make a living from this game. People can also not just make a living in terms of finance, but just a creative outlet. And there's another few things that I'm now going to show. Here's the videos if I can get them. And what I'm showing is the fact that just like in Hypixel, some of those games that I was playing, we're going to be able to get other types of games from this because it is more so of a engine of sorts. And I think one of the things that I'm very excited about is just the aesthetic. I truly love the aesthetic of the game. So the fact that we're going to be able to get a Hytale aesthetic or Minecraft aesthetic for full-fledged games. This is exactly what I was talking about. Fortnite. If you guys follow my podcast, I talk about this all the time, and why Fortnite still excites me. It's definitely starting to die down for how long it's taken, but Fortnite has so much potential due to the fact that when we have UEFN fully, we can make almost any game we want. And those games can be anything from roguelikes, adventure maps, dungeon crawlers, and we are already seeing that in just early beta versions. Early access, just fun developers, just goofing off. We have literally seen a top-down shooter, but not like a PvP, PvE style shooter. We have seen a side-scroller. That looked phenomenal. And just all the freedom that we're going to be getting, I am just thoroughly excited. So realistically, Hytale, by the way, starting at $20, will be the last game you will ever need to buy. I can see us getting full PvP shooters. I can see us getting full adventure maps and there's even more to it, by the way. Another thing that we will be getting, and again, I'm not too sure how all this is going to work, will be the fact that we are gonna get we're getting survival, right? Exploration. We're getting adventure mode, which will be more of a story campaign type of side mode. And that's another thing I'm just thoroughly excited about. There's just so much that this game's gonna offer, and I just can't wait. Again, by the time you're seeing this, the game will probably be out. I think I want to put this at 10 instead of 9 like I normally do. But it's more than just a sandbox. There's just going to be so many modes and different style of gameplay. It's going to be more like an engine. This is going to sound cringe, but for the people that can take a step back and thoroughly look at this concept, it's going to be more like Roblox, where, yes, it's going to be Roblox, where it will be able to have so many mods and games and maps and servers and experiences in this, but on top of that, it will have its own standalone modes. If you guys have gone back to the last 2 videos, we're going to see some of the gameplay, some of the styles, and just really dive deeper into it. By the time you're seeing this, you guys can go watch other people react to it. I'm going to be at work as of noon, unfortunately, today, which sucks. But this game is truly generational. I'm so excited to finally dive deep into it. I think that's a good point on where to end it. We kind of looked at the history and kind of dive deep into what Hytale will be, the mods. Actually, you know what? I'm going to show you one more Terraria thing. Never mind. And yeah, there's more I want to talk about, but there's only so much I can show until the game's actually out. But I'm truly excited, and I can see me doing a follow-up in a week when we actually start seeing how some of this is implemented, how we see the development of the game, patches, communication. But Hytale is by modders for modders, so anybody can make something like this. With all these extra things, for all these bosses, and here's all these items. Actually, I have this one mod. So we literally have, I can do all of these. We have Calamity mod, this massive deep mod, which we are already getting for Hytale with Ore Spawn. If you guys remember that classic mod. We got Consolaria, which is giving us classic Terraria items. We'll probably see that where we get some Minecraft items in said game. There's literally so many items. There is so many bosses and entities. I am just so excited to dive deep, see the progression, and see the updates of Hytale. But guys, I think that's where I'm going to end it today. We covered a lot with the timeline, just with what it is, what Minecraft is, and what really sprouted to it. If you guys have questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I know this isn't the most in-depth video that's out there on Hytale, but I thought it'd be really good to go ahead and dive deeper into what Hytale is, what its goals are, what its ambition is, and what really created Hytale. And again, it's from that limitation of Minecraft. So a lot of people that are saying that's where it did come from Minecraft, its limitations. I hope you guys learned a little something about Hytale today. And again, if you have questions about the development, I'll feel free to answer it the best I can. And if not, I'll look into it for you. But also, I'm trying my best. I'm going to try to be a little bit more in-depth on editing and adding a little bit more. I did my best, limited time. But it's been fun editing this. Because I've been editing as I've been recording. But expect more videos like this, but also just a little bit more time, especially now that I have my computer that I'm going to be able to run it and I can record and edit and do all this stuff. I have so many windows open. I had like Terraria, Minecraft, like 10 browsers plus OBS and my editor. I couldn't even have my editor open. Like, I had to use my editor and that was it. I was not doing OBS at the same time. So this computer is great. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching and supporting the channel, and I cannot wait. I said this about Call of Duty. If you guys are watching, this is more so for me, not Hytale. This is the channel. If you guys heard, I still plan on going back to Call of Duty. Again, a holiday season, and then Hytale is dropping, and then the computer, so I'm setting all this stuff up. I will be back. But for real, because Call of Duty is just going to be for the year, and I do have fun, and I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to be going back to Black Ops 6 and 7 for the next few years, doing the Easter eggs and stuff, and getting camos. But this game truly is a lifetime game. This is GTA 5. This is Minecraft. This is Terraria. This is League of Legends, right? These are games that straight up have lasted decades and will last decades more. That's what Hytale is. And we are officially there. So I can't wait to grow to, just as so many people from, because I joined Minecraft late, just as so many people started day one on Minecraft, and they remember having to just scarf down an entire raw pork chop, and you didn't really do much with that, just to heal your hearts, and we added health, and then we added, flying, and stamina, and combat delay. I cannot wait to see Hytale grow and develop throughout the years, from community support, from mods, for people's own custom progression, from making it more like a roguelike and adding skill sets and RPG, to making it way easier and adding more creativity for automation and futuristic. Hytale is truly a blank canvas for anyone, and I cannot wait for it to be my canvas and to see what you guys make. So make sure you guys subscribe, hit the bell for what I'm going to be doing, but also, guys, in the description there's the link to my Discord. Join that and post your Hytale stuff. I'm going to be adding some Hytale channels for that with the launch, and I just cannot wait to explore it all with you. I'm Dr. Zombrain. Hytale is here, and I'll see y'all in the game. Peace.